What do you do when the community around you is starting to fail and you know that's not how it has to be? You could move, you could reminisce about the glory days, or you could do what a large number of Claymont citizens did and stand up and fight for their community.
In early 2001, civic, business, and local political leaders gathered to form a strategy for Claymont's redevelopment. The unincorporated town of Claymont, located 20 miles south of Philadelphia, is both a unique and historic community. From its days as an agricultural river town to a colonial stopover along the Kings Highway, Claymont served as a resort area for wealthy Philadelphia families during the mid-19th and early 20th centuries, at a time when summer estates dominated the landscape. After World War I, Claymont became a suburban industrial blue-collar community, with growth further spurred by the automobile and the construction of Interstate 95, which bisects the town.
During the 60s and 70s, a lot of the older people were either dying off or moving away from the neighborhood. Their kids, the younger people, were not staying around. They were moving away. As a result, we had less home ownership, more rental properties, crime increased, lots of drug use. Around the same time, Claymont High School was closing, and with the closure of the high school, you lost a great deal of the Claymont character. But in 2001, we had a group, the Claymont Renaissance group, that came along and said that they could make Claymont better again. There were a lot of skeptics. Many of us didn't believe it. But we went to the Renaissance group meetings, heard a lot of positive things coming from people, and decided we're going to give it a chance.
The revitalization of historic Overlook Colony vicinity complements the Claymont Renaissance, a nationally recognized effort that has seen much progress since its inception in 2001. Much like the community representatives who gathered in 2001, today's Blueprint community team consists of 9 members who represent a cross-section of the community: residents, business owners, religious leaders, government officials, and those that have been involved in revitalizing other communities. Together, they've developed a plan that will restore community pride, empower civic participation, and foster a safe and healthy environment for future generations.
As our name suggests, the historic Overlook Colony vicinity is a neighborhood with a rich history, but today we're a struggling community. Our past as an historic landmark to America's growth is our strength, and we have taken that strength and developed a revitalization strategy that will take this community into the future for the benefit of its residents.
I couldn't be more proud than to say I grew up in Claymont, Delaware, a blue-collar community where, when I was 10 years old, my father came looking for work. It was here in Claymont where I learned strong work ethics and civic responsibility, characteristics that help shape who I am today. Historic Overlook Colony vicinity is composed of 4 neighborhoods: Overlook Colony, Clearfield Village, Claymont Addition, and Kenilworth. Philadelphia Pike, the former Kings Highway, is located to the east, 2nd Street to the north, Green Street to the west, and Harvey Road to the south. Overlook Colony, situated in the heart of Claymont, is a residential community designed in 1911 by the renowned architect John Nolan to provide quality and affordable housing for the workers of nearby General Chemical plant. Claymont's location and transportation options are undoubtedly the best in the state of Delaware. Access to Interstates 95 and 495 make the drive to Wilmington less than 10 minutes. Center City, Philadelphia is a 30-minute drive, and the Philadelphia International Airport is a mere 9 miles from the community. Adding to Claymont's transportation network is a commuter rail station with 27 daily departures to Philadelphia and Wilmington. Several heavily used local bus routes also run along the Philadelphia Pike corridor.
This is especially meaningful to the Blueprint planning communities as we work on revitalizing the Claymont Historic Overlook Colony neighborhoods. One of the prime areas to do this is the commercially zoned Philadelphia Pike, where you have underutilized commercial properties that can provide job opportunities and redevelopment opportunities for businesses. We look forward to working to rebuild our community of Claymont in a way that brings back and reinstills the pride in our community and in our country by bringing jobs, by bringing wages, and by bringing a vital commercial sector along the Philadelphia Pike.
Neighborhoods have a life cycle all their own, and across Newcastle County, we have some newer neighborhoods and some older neighborhoods, some that are vibrant and safe, and some that are under real pressure. At this time of unusually difficult economic conditions, where housing foreclosures and job losses are at an all-time high, we need to focus our intention and our investment in established and older neighborhoods like Overlook Colony that have a strong and proud past, but that need real planning and real engagement from the public and private sectors to have a bright future. I was very pleased when the Blueprint Communities process began over a year ago, and they started the sort of legitimate grassroots engagement in planning for the future of this community. They brought together stakeholders, they provided great resources, and they've produced a strong plan. I look forward to working with all of the Blueprint Communities neighborhoods as they try to implement their plan going forward. And I'm more optimistic than ever about the prospects for Claymont and Overlook Colony, that they will attract real investment and revitalize their neighborhood for a better future.
The Blueprint Community Team has charted a course that within 5 years, Overlook Colony and vicinity will endeavor to accomplish the following goals. Reflect a neighborhood of choice through community pride and beautification. Pride in home ownership and rehabilitation of substandard housing. Support neighborhood business through Main Street-like initiatives. Reduce crime to both person and property. And encourage recreational, educational, and civic opportunities to youth. Strategies being considered are increase absentee landlord involvement with the neighborhood, create a neighborhood identity with streetscape and entrance signage, partner with housing professionals to increase home ownership and to rehabilitate substandard properties, promote and strengthen local businesses, and enhance public safety.
As a homeowner, landlord, and business owner here for over 20 years, I have a vested interest in seeing Claymont thrive. I care deeply for all of the residents that make up historic Overlook Colony, and I would like to personally thank Blueprint Communities for their foresight and all of those who have been involved in planning for a brighter future for Claymont.